Hello students, welcome to my channel. At present we are discussing Standard 9 Social Science subject, chapter number 10, Organs of Government. And before I will go ahead regarding the discussion of page number 75, topic when can a bill become an act, I would like to say thanks to these students whose names are Kriday Parekh, Suhani Patel, Mishri Mehta, Jatin Wadhwa, and Chinmay Gowda, who reply the answer of the question of previous lecture. I am very thankful to you children that you are helping and supporting me and motivating me to prepare something better and better for you. So with a expression of thanks to these students, we will go ahead in our lesson and we will discuss about the topic when can a bill become an act. Now students, there are so many things uh, not mentioned in this paragraph, but it is actually mentioned in Gujarati medium textbook. You can able to see this is a Gujarati medium textbook available in front of your screen. Okay, here so many things are there which is not translated in this paragraph. So for that purpose, I prepare one small table to understand that points. So we will additionally discuss when it is required. So several things we will underline. Okay, the first sentence over here mentioned is when can a bill become act? That is a topic. Can be asked for 3 marks or 4 marks. The first line, the proposal is called a bill. Proposal means what? Like I want to put a proposal that helmet required to be compulsory. Now this proposal is called bill. If the bill pass in parliament, then it become act. Okay. So in this situation, you have to understand that till it is proposal, it considered as bill. Now the parliament does the important work of augmenting the old law. Augmenting means changing the old law, framing the new laws based on situation, and nullifying, cancelling the obsolete, very much old laws. Okay, so augmented means change the old laws. Okay, framing new laws, cancelling out of date laws. These are the things done in parliament. I repeat. Okay, change in terms of old laws, framing the new law, and nullifying the very old, out of fashion law. Okay, so we need to discuss this. Any of the bill, either ordinary bill, money bill, or bill to amend the constitution, can become an act. As I told you, can become an act by passing through the following process. Okay, either the bill is ordinary bill, or the bill is money bill, or the bill to amend, to change the constitution. Okay, it can become act only if it is passed through the following process. Now, any bill can be present in either house of parliament. Either house, I hope you understand. Lower house or upper house. Lower house means Lok Sabha, upper house means Rajya Sabha, we already learned. The bill can be presented, the bill can be presented by a minister or any member of parliament. Question can be asked, who can present the bill in parliament? Number one, either a particular minister or any member of parliament can present the bill. If any dispute arises between the two houses of parliament regarding any bill, suppose dispute between two houses, Lok Sabha lower house say pass the bill, Rajya Sabha upper house say no, not to pass the bill. What to do? Then in that situation, The president, please underline, the president can call a joint sitting of both the houses, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, upper house, lower house, both the houses of the parliament, and the proceeding of both the houses of the parliament in a joint sitting chaired by the speaker under the leadership of the speaker, wherein the bill can pass by majority. So what happens? Suppose if there is a dispute between both the house, then president will call joint sitting, joint session of both the houses under the chairmanship of the speaker, and then they go for majority. And then the bill becomes an act if it is passed by majority of member of both the houses. It passed by majority member of both the houses. Okay, so this is the process mentioned in our textbook. Now, see, certain things which is not mentioned in our textbook, I want to explain you by the help of this tabular format. So, look at this tabular format. Okay, in this format, it is mentioned that this column is lower house, Lok Sabha, upper house, Rajya Sabha, and the note. Okay, now if any bill is under thinking in parliament, not passed yet, but under thinking, under process, and specific term over, bill is under thinking, and the term is over, then that bill cannot be considered as cancelled. Suppose there is a specific bill is under thinking in parliament and the term of parliament is over, you cannot say that chalo bhai term over, go cancel that. No, cannot be considered as cancel. Number 2, if a specific bill is not passed in lower house, and under thinking process in upper house, and suppose lower house dissolve, cannot be considered as cancel. For example, there is a bill. Okay, now the bill is not passed in lower house. Okay, still it is under process, not passed in lower house. Or suppose we can say not pass at all in lower house, and it is under thinking in upper house. And for example, lower house, Lok Sabha dissolve, you cannot say that bill is cancelled. Next, suppose the bill is under thinking or passed. Okay, it is under thinking or passed and under thinking in upper house, and if the lower house has dissolved, then consider as cancel. Okay, so all these points you need to be understand. I don't think so you need to write in exam because it's not given in our textbook what to do. If you are in 10th standard, then definitely I strongly insist that you require to uh, uh, focus, you require to concentrate, you have to remember also, and you have to prepare special note also if you are in 10th standard, because in 10th standard we have a very, huge amount of experience in terms of such situation where the question asked from Gujarati medium textbook, okay, and in English medium textbook it is not mentioned. Okay, fine, so we will go ahead. Next, procedure of an act from bill, that is ordinary bill, non-financial bill. Okay, this is non-financial bill, and then we talk about financial bill. Okay, so first we talk about non-financial bill. The procedure of presenting a bill in the House of Parliament by minister is called first reading of the bill. Can be asked in exam. The procedure of presenting a bill in the House of Parliament by a specific minister is called first reading of the bill, where the specific minister, will discuss in the title the objective, reasons why we require to pass this bill, that description that is described. Okay, so minister go for first reading, discuss the title, discuss the objective and the reason why we require to pass this bill. Okay, now before presenting any bill in the state legislature assembly, now we are talking about state level, we are not talking about central level, we are talking about state level. before presenting any bill in the state legislature assembly, the recommendation of the chairman of the house is required. Before presenting any bill in the state legislature, you require recommendation of the chairman of the house, compulsory. Before presenting any bill, now in the central level we are talking, before presenting any bill in the central level, recommendation of the president is required. See, I hope you understand. If you want to present any bill in state legislature assembly, then you require recommendation of the chairman. That is number one. Number two, suppose at the central level you want to present any bill, you require recommendation of president. Simple. Both the levels are different, so both the designated authorities are different. Now, in the first reading of the bill, the general information of the bill is discussed upon. Objection must be with the reasons, and voting is done if necessary. So when they read first time, okay, general information of the bill discussed in the parliament, okay, they accept objection also. Suppose opposition party want to go for some objection, okay, then that they require to clarify the reason that why they are opposing. And suppose if voting required, then voting can be also done. Okay. Now next, section wise discussion. Section wise discussion is done for every point, section by section, and its objective and its repercussion. Repercussion means what? The purpose and the reflection. Okay, are examined. For example, we are talking about helmet example in every lecture. So here also we go for, suppose government decide that helmet is compulsory, and those who caught without wearing helmet on the road, they have to pay penalty 10,000 rupees. Then what is the repercussion of this particular matter? That has to be discussed. Everybody able to pay that amount? Is it genuine penalty? It is proper amount? All this has to be examined. Amendment changes are done in it on the basis of public, group, association, institution, or opinion of the opposition party. See, there are chances that you require to modify the bill. You have to change. Amendment means what? You have to change the bill on the basis of public opinion, group, association of various members, institutions, opinion of opposition party. All this you have to listen. You have to listen them. You have to think. If you realize they are genuine, you have to change also. Okay, and voting is carried out on that basis. Voting required to be carried out on that situation. Now sometimes due to the workload of the house, a bill cannot be discussed in detail. We don't have a sufficient time to discuss the bill. So what? Therefore, it is handed over to a committee comprising of subject expert. Okay, see, you don't have a sufficient time to discuss the whole bill in detail. So sometimes what they do, they handed over that bill to some committee member who are expert of a particular subject, and the members having special knowledge to examine the bill. Okay, there is a committee and the bill is present to committee. Then keeping in the view of public opinion, this committee undergo necessary discussion and suggest required changes therein. Okay, because of workload, we have a lack of time, so we give the bill to expert panel. That expert panel examine the bill, they listen the public opinion, they go for necessary discussion, they go for some suggestion, and then they go for changes in the bill based on their observation. The report of the committee is submitted to the house. Committee submit the report to the parliament, and then the bill is sent for the third reading. Okay, clear? Now we go for the third reading concept. Now the third reading is only formal, just formality. After presenting the logic in terms of acceptance or rejection of the changes in the bill, voting is carried out. Okay, you have to go for majority voting like that. If if it gains if it gains majority, then the bill is declared passed. Okay, it mentioned that if it gains majority, then the bill declared as passed. The passed bill signed by chairman of the first house. Okay, I already told you. Okay, at state level and central level we have a different authorities. Okay, so the passed bill signed by chairman of the first house, and then it is sent to the second house. Okay, so signed by the first house, then sent to second house. Now the bill goes through the same process in the second house, and if bill passes in the second house with its necessary amendment changes, it is sent to the president's signature, and after receiving president's assent signature, the bill becomes an act. Okay, see, first of all, the majority has to be carried out in the first house. If majority decision comes in a favor, for example, then it is signed by the chairman of the first house. Okay, then it is sent to second house. In second house also the same process has to be done, reading and all those and everything has to be done the same process. And then uh, suppose second house also go for some changes, and then it present to president. Okay, and president has to sign on the bill, and if president sign on the bill, then that bill is become act, it become law. Okay, now the situation, kahani mein twist, listen carefully. Now what I read, that can be asked in applied question, it can be asked in applied question, so little bit you have to be careful about what I am saying. But if the bill is not passed in the second house of parliament, second house parliament say, nah, we will not pass the bill, huh? No, we don't want to pass the bill. Then what to do? If the bill is not passed in the second house of parliament, it is again sent to the first house. Again sent to the first house. If the second house, now please underline this what I am saying, if the second house keep the bill for more than 6 months, suppose second house keep the bill for more than 6 months, then it understood that the bill is rejected. The bill is rejected. Okay, so this point can be asked in exam. If the second house keep the bill for more than 6 months, then it understood that the bill is rejected. This sentence can be asked in exam, important one. If both the houses disagree or have a dispute over a bill, both the houses disagree, one say yes, one say no, dispute, fight over a bill, as I told you and as I explained, a joint session of both the houses is summoned, organized, and in the joint session of parliament, the disputes are tried to be resolved through gaining majority. Okay, now next, when a bill is sent for president's signature, the president has three options. Suppose if the bill is available on the desk of president, then president has three options. Okay, which three options? Let's discuss. Option number one, president sign the bill thereby approving it. Okay, chalo, I sign, that bill become act. Okay, go ahead. Second, keep the bill with him, not to say anything, not say no also, not say yes also, keep with him. And third, he send the bill back to the parliament for reconsideration. Tell the parliament that still it required rethinking. You check, some facts are missing, some details has to be updated, some changes required to be made, some amendment required to be passed. So here president get the three option. Number one, approve. Number two, keep with him. Number three, back to parliament for reconsideration. Next, now the bill becomes an act, is published in government gazette. Okay, it published for the public through government gazette, government notification, and then there is an enforcement from the date given therein. It implement from the date given therein. From that day onwards it become law, and if you break the law, then the role of judiciary will start. Okay. Next. Now point number B. Okay. Now that is altogether a different perspective. Okay. When any bill to amend the constitution, suppose you have a bill, not ordinary bill, but there is a bill to amend means change the constitution, is present in any of the houses of parliament, it has to be passed by majority number of member of that house and by 2/3 of the member present and voting. Okay, so we require to go for majority, 2/3 member required to remain present, and they require to go for voting. That is compulsory. Whenever you want to change the constitution, in that case, majority member of the parliament of the house, okay, by 2/3 of members required to be remain present, okay, and they require to go for voting. So in that case, this particular paragraph is given for amendment in the constitution. Okay. And this majority of 2/3 members majority is compulsory. I repeat, 2/3 members present and voting and their majority required to be compulsory. Okay. Now, if a bill pertains to any matter related to center or the state, like for example, there is a bill, it related to either center or state, it required permission of more than half of legislative assembly of that state. Now listen, I give you example. For example, there is a bill, okay, all right, and that bill is related with the state level issue. Then before you present the bill in parliament of central level, you require the permission of more than half member of legislative assembly of that state. Like for example, we want to change something in constitution in the context of Gujarat state, and for that we require to present the bill in parliament at central level. Then before you present the bill at the central level, you required more than half members approval, majority of Gujarat state in Gujarat legislative assembly, then only you can present to the central level. So if you want to go for amendment in constitution related to particular state, then your first work is more than half of the legislative assembly of the states required to be agree on that, then only you can present it to the central level. And this bill also goes through the same process as the ordinary bill, 3 times reading and discussion and voting and all those rules are same. Okay. Next we need to go for, that is point number C. Procedure subject to money bill. Now we talk about money bill. Okay. First we talk about what? Actually, see, there is a mismatch in textbook. Before I go for, I want to clarify. This is point number A. Okay, ordinary bill. This is point number B. That is amendment to constitution. And this is point number C. Procedure subject to money bill. Okay, this is your point number C, which we need to discuss. Now in money bill what happened? See, money bill is a very different. Okay. Now first question comes. How to decide that whether a bill is money bill or not? How could you say that a particular bill is money bill or not? How could you say that? See, it mentioned that whether the bill is money bill or not is decided by the Speaker of Lok Sabha. Underline. Okay, if a teacher like me who want to set up paper, they find out these kind of things first. Whenever the bill, whether the bill is money bill or not, who will decide that? Speaker will decide that whether this bill will come in the category of money bill or not. That decision required to be done by Speaker of Lok Sabha. A bill containing the recommendation of the budget or financial matter is called money bill. See, the bill contains the recommendation of the budget. the total expense and income, that is called budget. Okay, approximately. Okay, of next year planning is called budget. That is comes in under money bill. And all financial matter, money matter of government, they are called money bill. Okay, I repeat, a bill containing the recommendation of the budget or financial matter is called money bill. Okay, now all the next sentence, majority next sentence can be asked in objective type of question. So students, please concentrate. The budget of the center, the budget of the center is present around 28th February in Lok Sabha, mostly by the finance minister, who present the budget. And around which date finance minister present the budget in Lok Sabha, and that is on 28th February. Okay, here there is a question for you. You have to write the answer in the comment section, students. Who is the finance minister of India right now? When you are listening the lecture at that point of time, who is the finance minister of India? Okay, next, all the money bill are first present in the Lok Sabha, which passes through the following process. Point number 1, preliminary discussion is carried out about the money bill present in Lok Sabha, primary discussion. Second, the expenses mentioned in the budget are discussed upon. What are the expenses of government? That has to be discussed. Next year, what are the possible expenses of the government? That has to be mentioned. The finance minister present all the numeric details, statistical data, numeric details of the budget in the parliament. Third, all the ministries, all the ministers of their ministry, I repeat, all the ministers of their ministry, like agriculture minister, science minister, defense minister, trade and business and human resource department, etc., they all put forth, they provide their demand in front of the Lok Sabha, and then the voting is carried out to get the permission of demands. Okay, all the ministry, they announce what are their demands. Like for example, defense minister say that next year we want to purchase fighter planes, okay, worth rupees 4,000 crore rupees. So they have to put forward their demands in front of Lok Sabha, and then the voting has to be carried out to get the permission of the demand, that whether demand is genuine or not, whether right now we required to satisfy this demand or not. That has to be discussed through voting in discussion and then voting in the Lok Sabha. The fourth point is sources of income and taxes are separately present. From where government get the income? Okay, how much taxes collect by government in next year in the budget, and both are to be separately approved. Okay, income also required to be approved separately, expense also required to be approved separately. Next point, the bill approved in the Lok Sabha first is sent to Rajya Sabha for recommendation. Now student, listen carefully. Listen carefully. Here one twist will come. Big twist will come. The bill approved in Lok Sabha, you have to send to Rajya Sabha. Now Rajya Sabha has to return back the bill to Lok Sabha with necessary recommendation within 14 days. For example, bill is there. The bill approved in Lok Sabha. Okay, very good. Now send this bill to Rajya Sabha. But Rajya Sabha required to return back that bill to Lok Sabha with necessary recommendation. But within how many days, students? 14 days. Lok Sabha can either accept or reject the total or partial recommendation of the Rajya Sabha. May possible Lok Sabha either accept or reject either every approval, every recommendation or some recommendation of Rajya Sabha. Till here there is no issue. Now listen carefully. These kind of things can be asked in exam. Specifically what they are talking about. Look at, I put a square shape kind of thing. Look at this carefully. If money bill is not returned to Lok Sabha within 14 days by the Rajya Sabha, the bill is considered to have been passed by the Rajya Sabha. I hope you get the sentence. The rule says what? If the bill is approved in the Lok Sabha, you send to Rajya Sabha for recommendation. Rajya Sabha required to return back that bill to Lok Sabha with necessary recommendation within 14 days. But suppose if it is money bill and Rajya Sabha not return that bill to Lok Sabha back in 14 days, okay, then that bill is considered to be passed in Rajya Sabha. Then Rajya Sabha cannot say anything because you have a date, you have a days given, 14 days. If you not reply means we believe that you are agree. Okay. If the Lok Sabha accept the recommendation of the Rajya Sabha, the bill is considered to have been passed by both the houses of the parliament, because whatever recommendation provided by Rajya Sabha, that is accepted by Lok Sabha. But if the Lok Sabha reject the recommendation of Rajya Sabha and the bill is again passed in the Lok Sabha, the money bill is deemed to be have been passed by both the houses of the parliament. Now this is very strange. See, Lok Sabha reject the recommendation of Rajya Sabha. Then bill is again passed in Lok Sabha. Okay, and it is deemed to have been passed in both the houses. So we can say that Rajya Sabha has limited power. See, it is given, hence in the matter of money bill, Rajya Sabha has limited power. I give you example. Suppose there is a money bill, okay, pass in Lok Sabha, you give to Rajya Sabha go for 5 recommendation and give back to you on the 5th day, okay, and Lok Sabha totally reject all the recommendation of Rajya Sabha. Then again the bill required to pass in Lok Sabha, and then it announced that both the houses passed the bill. Now it's sent to president for recommendation. So Rajya Sabha has limited power. In spite of they recommended something, it is reject, they can't do anything. So Rajya Sabha has limited power in money bill. Can be asked in exam. Why Rajya Sabha has limited power in money bill? The reasons are available in this paragraph. Next. After the money bill, now see what happened. After the money bill is passed in both the houses of the parliament, again the same rule, it is sent to president for his assent, permission, signature. The president has to sign on the money bill. Okay, that is normal. Now next sentence, please mark properly. Can be asked in exam. If the budget is not passed in the house, then government has to resign. That is the very strict law. If the budget is not passed in the house, then government has to resign. Okay. Apart from this, in both the House of Parliament, the social, economic, political, defense and foreign matters are also discussed. The foreign policy of government, defense policy of government, political issue, financial situation, social issues, everything has to be discussed in Parliament, because Parliament has a representative of people by election. The Lok Sabha monitor and control the working of executive, cabinet of ministers and bureaucrats. Okay, bureaucrats means government officials who clear government exam, and then they are doing their work, they are doing job actually. Okay, if the work of elected members to see that the funds of the public are utilized, the public fund whatever people are giving through taxes, that public fund has to be utilized properly. And Lok Sabha, okay, Lok Sabha has a direct control over the use of public fund. Lok Sabha has a control where the public fund required to be utilized, that is in the control of Lok Sabha. Without the consent of the houses of the parliament, no new taxes can be levied or any improvement in the existing taxes can be done. Suppose if you want to go for start any new tax, okay, or you want to go for implement the new taxes, or you want to go for change in existing taxes, you cannot do directly. You require the permission of the parliament. Without permission of parliament, you cannot apply new taxes, or you cannot able to go for change in terms of existing taxes. The houses of the parliament are called as the custodian of public fund. Custodian means caretaker of public fund, and it control the functioning of the executive. They have to control the functioning. Beside this, the parliament has the power to remove the president. See, parliament has power. Even parliament can remove the president. Parliament can remove vice president. They can remove chief justice of the Supreme Court as well as High Court, Chief Election Commission, Auditor General, Attorney General, okay, under the charge of proven misbehavior. Why? Why to remove them? Under the charge of misbehavior or inefficiency or violation of the constitution through the proceeding called impeachment. Now see, here so many things are given. We discuss this sentence term by term. The sentence says what? The parliament has power. Which power? Parliament can remove president. Number 2, vice president. Number 3, chief justice of Supreme Court as well as High Court. Number 4, number 5, chief election commission. Number 6, auditor general. Number 7, attorney general. All these people parliament can remove. But the question, but why you have to remove? Under the charge, under the act of their misbehave, they are not efficient, they violate some rules of constitution, okay, these people can be removed from their designation. But to remove them, you require to pass from a specific process. That process is known as impeachment. The process is known as impeachment. Okay. Now, some important question whose answer I want. Challenging, the most challenging question of this lesson I am giving right now. Till now, any chief justice impeachment done in our country? If yes, then who? I repeat, till now, any chief justice impeachment done in our country? If yes, then who? That is first question. Question number 2. What is the job of Auditor General? And number 3, what is the job of Attorney General? Okay, these questions answer you have to tell me. In today's lecture, we have 4 questions. Number 1, who is the right now Finance Minister of India? Question number 2, till now, any Chief Justice impeachment removing from their designation done? If yes, then who is that Chief Justice? Number 3, what is the role of Auditor General of India? And number 4, what is the job of Attorney General of India? I am waiting. I am desperately waiting for your answer. For your answer. Okay, clear? And I will announce. I will announce the meaning of Auditor General and Attorney General in the next part of this chapter. So with this, we would like to end our part of this chapter, and in next part we will talk about legislature at the state level, executive, and till president. I think so we can try to cover up. Okay, so till then, please take care of yourself, students. Okay, I pray for all of you, and God bless all. Thank you.